Good morning again. Welcome back to Adult Braces. My name is Dana, and I have had my braces on for 5 days now. Feels like a lot longer. I've been trying to do these little videos and things to let people who are over the age of, 30, 40, know what it's like to have braces as an adult. I had thought about braces for quite a while, but I hadn't gotten them before, just for numerous reasons. But in September, I lost my husband, and this was kind of the first major decision that I made for myself. I realized that I had started smiling differently in photos and not smiling as much and focusing on my smile when I saw myself in photos. So I decided that this would be the thing that I would do to alleviate one thing in my life that was causing some level of anxiety for me. Anyway, I have full metal regular braces. I'll show you kind of an up close. You'll notice that there is a opening between my teeth, and that opening is not natural. It is these bumpers that are put on my teeth. Some people call them bumpers. They're sometimes referred to as ramps, but they are sort of, some sort of a hard material buildup that they put on two of my molars to keep my mouth opened, because we are trying to pull two of my back molars down into place. So I think that these bumpers, from what my understanding is, have been put in place so that when the teeth do begin to move, they can come down without bumping into my other teeth. So I'll show you those. They're like two big white lumps on two of my teeth. There and there. You can see it from the side. So the closest that I can get my teeth are here. I am unable to chew foods at this time, which I did not know going into this process. So I found out that day that I was not going to be able to chew foods once this process was started. The ramps will be on my teeth for approximately 6 months, they believe, maybe longer. The orthodontist says he may have to make them bigger even if they don't seem to be doing the job. In June, I think we'll be looking at that. I think that if they make these any higher, I'm going to need mosquito netting for my lips, because I'm not going to be able to close my mouth. I cannot chew anything right now, from a potato chip to a piece of bread to a scallion. I found out when I did a baked potato for myself the other day. I put just potato and dairy-free sour cream, dairy-free butter, and I thought I'll put some scallions on there for flavor. Well, scallions are not able to be chewed when your teeth don't touch. So I ended up picking them out. Gross, but true. So just an FYI. However, I'm not going to look at this as a negative. I decided that I was going to look at the spacers as a bonus, actually, because now I can't eat all of the fattening, delicious things that I love to eat. One of my things that I used to love to do was to come home and make dinner for my husband and I would eat potato chips while I was cooking. So I can't do that anymore. So yay that. But it is making me prep a little bit more to think of what I'm going to eat for my different meals. I have added an additional multivitamin because I'm not getting the proper nutrients in. But I've lost, I think, 3.5 pounds now since Tuesday. So we're going to look at this as the diet bonus of the year. Hopefully this will help me to lose a good amount of weight, which is something I've been wanting to do anyway for I don't even know how many years, most of my adult life, unfortunately. Okay, so I didn't really introduce myself, so let's back up a little bit. My name is Dana Horton. I live outside of Dallas, Texas. I live in Dallas County proper, but I don't live in the city of Dallas. As I said, I lost my husband in September 15th, to COVID. For those of you who have not had it, it is beastly. We were on vacation. We got sick. My daughter, my grandson, myself, my brother, his girlfriend, everybody got sick. My husband and I ended up hospitalized. After 6 weeks of struggling, my husband passed away from COVID. Ron was my absolute best friend in the entire world. We have a very interesting history, both of us, and our life together has been nothing but just sheer love and joy, and we were in love with being in love with each other. So I am now 51 years old. I am trying to redesign my life because my life was based around him. Everything was him. So, as I said, the braces are the first big decision that I have made for myself. Yes, I am in my pajamas because it is early in the morning and I have not gotten ready for my day yet. I will be in my bathroom for most of these videos, most likely, because this is where I do all of the care for my braces. You see back here, I still have my husband's robe and my robe and of course my bath towels. I'm not going to pretend that my bathroom is going to be immaculate when you see it, because you know what? I don't care right now. I'm just going to be honest. I don't care about a lot of things since my husband passed, and having an immaculate house to impress anybody else is one of those things that I do not give a rat's behind about. So if you're judging, judge away. I don't care. Anyway, so we're going to talk about braces. The braces that I have on, I'm going to have on for 22 months. My doctor is Dr. Vallant here in Cedar Hill. He's my orthodontist and seems like a very nice guy. I went and used a couple of different friends that I knew that their children had braces. I talked to them. They were happy with the results. They were happy with the care that they received. They were happy with the cost, which was a little bit higher than average. I did check it. But I would rather pay for quality with something this important than go to some discount fly-by-night, throw up company of dentistry that, or orthodontia. I was not a candidate for the Invisaligns or any of those instant trays that you can send away for and get back because of the nature of the way my teeth have formed in the back. My smile, for the most part, when most people would see it, thought that it was fine. But I had one tooth on this side that had begun to drop back. It actually has dropped back between my front tooth and my third tooth. The second tooth had dropped back. My teeth at the bottom had begun shingling, overlapping. So you can kind of see it there. At 51 years old, these things start to happen. And I knew that not doing anything about my teeth was not going to help it get any better. Simply because as you get older, our teeth shift around, they do weird things, and okay, let's fix it. So at 51, I have braces. I do not feel the least bit strange about it. I don't care if people are like, oh, I can't believe you have braces at your age. I don't care. I don't care. I have to live with this smile, not them. So if you are considering getting braces, and you're worried about what people are going to think, let me let you know now that I researched a little bit and found out that 40% of all brace-wearing people who are getting braces now are over the age of 30. So older people are now getting braces, and it's not unusual, it's not weird, and anyone who thinks it is can go fly a kite. Okay, so let's go over the equipment for my oral care. Of course, you have a toothbrush. I have an Oral-B toothbrush that the orthodontist office gave me to use. I use my regular Sensodyne toothpaste because I have very sensitive teeth, which makes cleaning so fun because they use cold water. Regular stuff that I have, of course, they gave me dental floss. And you don't have to use that brand, but dental floss. Doesn't matter. I find the wax kind I like a little bit better. It helps to keep the strings together because they will get caught in your brackets. I found this little nifty handy dandy tool. It is called a floss threader. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's a green floss threader. And it's basically a plastic loop with a stem on it. And this floss threader, I just tie my floss to this end of it. And I use this, and notice it's curled a bit. I did the curling because it helps you to go into and out of your brace. I will show you guys flossing at some point, just not right now, because not right now. Anyway, there is a little tool that they gave me that looks like this. They gave this to me at the dentist's office, well, the orthodontist's office, and I'm sorry if I keep misusing terms. I am new to all of this. Bear with. This little tool helps to get your rubber bands on and off. I haven't figured out what this end is for yet, but this end with the hook, definitely very helpful for getting the brace rubber bands on and off. The rubber bands, got a whole big bag of rubber bands. The rubber bands apparently, they will change in thickness or strength on the 25th of this month. So you will get tons of little tiny rubber bands, and hopefully you can see that. I'm gonna try to move it to a darker area. So little teeny rubber band there, right between my fingers. These little rubber bands hook to the brackets at the back of my mouth, and I can eat some things with them on. Sometimes they'll come off. I think I've eaten 3 rubber bands already, so they don't seem to hurt me. I'm sure they come out in the wash, if you get what I mean. And yeah, also there is dental wax, which I do not have in here with me right now, so I apologize. I will have to get more of my supplies together for the next video if there's another one. Anyway, dental wax is literally what it says. It's wax. You break a little piece off of it, it's soft, you mush it up. The only problem with dental wax is that you have to completely dry the area where you want to put the wax. That's not easy. Not for me. The place that I need to put the wax is all the way back under my tongue. I have these 2 brackets, and I'll show you where those are. Bear with. All the way back here. So those brackets are right under my tongue. They hurt. They hurt like heck. And they make it really difficult to eat, to drink, to anything. By the end of the night, it's hard to talk. Because, sorry, my hair is doing weird things, because they constantly poke and rub at my tongue from underneath, which is not an area that your tongue usually has any sort of contact with things. Most of us have either a gag reflex or just a very low tolerance of pain. If you've ever gotten a strawberry seed or something like that stuck under your tongue, you know it immediately. And these things are driving me nuts. So the dental wax, I ball up a little piece of this wax and I stick it in there and I kind of mush it. First, of course, I had to get a paper towel or a napkin or a small washcloth and dry the area and try and keep my tongue away from it long enough to get the ball of wax stuck to the metal. After that, it'll stay on there for quite a few hours. But the minute you eat or drink, you're going to end up with a little chunk of wax coming out either in your food or it's going to go down with your food. So just an FYI on that one. Also, I found that I have a cavity. I have an active cavity at the gum line behind one of my teeth. So it's kind of caught between the 2 teeth behind it. So if this is the tooth that has the cavity is literally right in this area. So for that, I'm a bit of a naturalist, I will tell you, and I should have said that to begin with, but for that, what I've been doing is I made a little salve, and I made this out of beeswax, melted beeswax, coconut oil, which I have found in research is really good for cavities. They used to use wax and coconut oil way back before there was actually dentistry, just to fill holes in even. And the coconut oil does something with the bacteria that stifles it for a little while. So I mixed beeswax, coconut oil, tea tree oil, which is antiseptic and antimicrobial, and clove oil. And this one is clove bud oil. You can see it there, clove bud oil. This acts as a natural numbing agent. When my tongue gets really sore, I will rub some of this on my tongue with a cotton swab, and it will pretty much kill it. If you have a toothache, let me tell you this, if you have a toothache and it's a cavity, you can take a clove out of your pantry, out of your spice rack, take a little clove bud and push it down between that cavity. Just bite it and let it soak in there. Clove is a natural numbing agent in nature. If you have a really bad toothache and you want to up the ante, go get yourself some clove oil. It works. If you ever used Oragel, it works kind of like an Oragel numbing agent. And it works. It's very strong, so just use a little bit of it, but it works. And it's natural, so you don't have to worry about all the chemicals and stuff. Other than that, I have a water pick toothbrush. Pardon me, and I'll reach for that. Just ignore the toilet. Has this water pick toothbrush that used to belong to my son, I guess, or it's a water pick anyway. I don't know that it's a brush, but you can see what it is there. Now, this thing I use after I finish flossing, once I thought I have everything out of my teeth. I use that, but I don't use it alone. To my water pick, I use salt water. I use tea tree oil, which again, antiseptic, antimicrobial, just so that in case I have any cuts in my mouth from the wires, the tea tree oil will help keep those clean and as sanitary as possible. I use peppermint oil just because it's refreshing, it's tingling, it kind of calms down some of the irritatedness in my mouth, if that's even a word, irritatedness. Anyway, and what's the other one that I have over there? Tea tree, peppermint, salt water. Oh, and I add a little bit of clove, just 1 or 2 drops of clove, because I don't want to numb my whole mouth, but it makes it feel a little bit better for a while. So I mix all that with the warm salt water. I pour that into my little water pick, and I flush my mouth with that. And it seems to be working. It also, the peppermints to freshen your breath and all that good stuff. Kind of like a natural mouthwash, if you think of it like that. So again, 51 years old, got my braces on April 11th of this year, had them on since then, obviously. I'm going to try and update everybody as to what it's like. I did not have much pain when I got my braces on. I will tell you that. Everybody gave me the horror stories. I don't know why people want to share their most terrible horror stories with other people when things are about to happen. Kind of like, I think when people are about to have a baby, when a woman's about to have a baby, everybody tells them the horrible birthing stories. People don't want to hear your horrible brace stories. We don't want to hear the huge amount of pain that's going to be associated with it. I will tell you what, I got these on, they did not hurt. The only thing that has given me problems with these braces are those little pieces under my tongue. And that's just about getting used to it. Right now, this morning, you hear me talking, I have had no painkillers. I don't have any wax in my mouth. And I'm having a little bit of scraping, but my tongue is beginning to, I guess, get used to it. So don't believe all the stories about how much pain you're going to be in. I've not had a tightening yet. That may be a whole different ball of wax. But for now, getting the braces on initially was not painful. Please don't think that it is. It doesn't have to be. The orthodontist that I used, he even said, oh, you're going to be sore tomorrow. You know, he and the staff were trying to give me a heads up about it. I'm fine. I called their office, and I think that they were a little afraid to talk to me at first. And they were super sweet, but I was like, okay, well, I have a question. And I asked them a question about eating with the rubber bands on. I didn't know whether or not it was okay to eat with them on or not. They were like, yeah, that's fine. And so the next day I called back and I said, hi, hey, it's me again. Question number 2. And I asked them whatever the question was for the day. And the lady was laughing at me and she said, well, are you doing okay? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. And she says, I have to tell you, she goes, usually we hate taking the calls the first week because we know that people are going to be in pain and they're going to be upset and they're going to be calling us. And my dentist or the orthodontist begged me not to go to my garage by week number 2 and look for wire cutters and things to get these braces back off of my mouth. I guess I just missed all that because I'm one of these people, I'm very aware of pain in my body. I'm very aware if I have a stomach ache or if something's not right in my body, I can feel it and I can tell, and I'll be the first one to address that. But this hasn't been bad. And maybe it's because I had set myself up to be in excruciating pain mentally. I don't know, but that wasn't the case. And I'm good with that. Please don't misunderstand me. I am perfect with not having pain. I don't know anybody who would want pain associated with braces or anything else, but it's all good. It's not that bad. I think I took 1 Tylenol before I got the braces put on. When I came home about 3 hours later, I took 2 Advil. I've taken a total of 8 Advil and 2 Tylenol the entire time so far. That's it. Nothing major. I literally went and fished out my tramadol from a previous surgery thinking if I need something, I'm going to use that. Changes. Again, my diet has had to change just because of the ramps that I have in here. I have a lisp now. I have never in my life had a lisp, but because my mouth doesn't close all the way, I have a lisp now. But once the ramps come out, I'm sure it'll go away. My mouth moves differently now, and my chin and jawline seem more pronounced because of the way that I have to talk to speak. Even my chin seems off center now. But it's because of the braces. Don't freak out. You will look different, but don't freak out. It's just the braces. It's temporary. So for 22 months, you will see a crooked chin. You will see a puffy face. You will see a big silver smile. And hopefully this will encourage. I guess this should state the goal of the video is to encourage, to help, to maybe give a few tips and information to make people's lives a little bit better who need braces. This is also kind of a therapeutic thing for me because I don't have a wide circle that I talk to constantly. And I don't social media. So this is kind of my reach out to the world, I think, and the first step into a different type of life for myself. My husband was our social media person and he kept up with everybody and that sort of thing. I don't really do that. So this is my reach out. Now, today I wear my pajamas, like I said, because I just got out of bed. Hopefully I will have it a bit more together next time. The flowers are kind of my trademark thing. You will always see me with flowers. I always wear flowers in my hair. And the hair is a whole nother story we can talk about sometime. I lost most of my hair after COVID and after my husband passed away. So I put together a whole little cadre of essential oils and a whole treatment regimen for myself, and my hair has come back. So yay that. Whole nother story though. For this video, braces for adults. We're going to talk about those. We're going to walk through them together, and hopefully I'm going to encourage somebody out there to get your braces, take care of your teeth, get your life going in the direction that you want to, and maybe meet a friend or have some fun along the way. Thanks for watching. Bye.